I'm a little late, but it's time for us to talk about how 2021 has gone so far for this YouTube channel. About 3 months ago, I uploaded a video basically just kind of reviewing how the past 3 months have been, the first 3 months of my year-long journey of daily uploading. And today, although a few days late, we'll be talking about 2021 so far, the first about 6 months of me uploading daily. First off, we have some basic analytics. We're looking from January 1st to June 10th of 2021. We have, so far on the channel, a little bit over 23,000 views across all of the videos that are at least public on the channel. For watch time hours, we have 578 give or take hours, which is quite a few if you think about it. And then, surprisingly, one of the numbers people wouldn't expect, we've only actually gained 10 subscribers on the channel so far. I know this sounds surprising, but there's actually a pretty good reason for this, which I kind of briefly have mentioned in the past few videos, where I've lost actually quite a few subscribers while daily uploading. The main reason why is because people who had been previously subscribed to me subscribe for a certain kind of content, primarily young balding, which I just don't really make as frequently anymore because it's not something that I'm personally as passionate about. Not to mention those people also subscribed to a channel that wasn't uploading very often. I was uploading infrequently, so they weren't getting something called subscriber burnout, which is whenever you upload more than your audience actually wants to view you. There are certain YouTube people out there like Mark Rober, where if they uploaded daily, instead of doing their monthly upload schedule, they'd actually lose subscribers because people wouldn't be interested in the same kind of content on a daily basis. So although I've lost quite a few subscribers, I've actually gained quite a few as well. I've actually gained more than 10 over the past year. But a lot of people who I've lost and gained, those people are actually actively watching and engaging with my content more than the people who I end up losing, so it's actually a net benefit for me overall. It's actually a good thing. It's moving my subscriber base away from a kind of content that I got popular on and bringing them towards what I'm currently making now, what I'm more passionate about, which is kind of a mixture of a lot of different things. Talking about mental health, talking about philosophy, telling personal experiences and stories. Those things are more interesting to me, and there's a lot more variety that I can work with on that, rather than just young balding. Next up, we'll look at the top videos for the past half year. Of course, the video that blew up my channel the most and has since been always the most popular video, the 19-year-old balding dealing with criticism. Over the past year, it's gained almost 7,000 views. And then, of course, if you actually look at all of the top 5 videos, it's all about shaving my own head, and you'll notice that the newest one out of all those is from 2018. So all of my old content is actually the content that's blowing up the most on the channel so far, ranging from almost 500 views all the way up to 7,000 views, give or take. And this is kind of to be expected. My older videos do carry a lot of the views and watch time on this channel, and they also gain a lot more views than my recent stuff do just in general. Even though they're several years old, they're still very searchable. They fill up a niche that I just don't currently fill up. I'm not very competitive in at the moment. And it's something that I have to kind of expect, and something that I understand is that I did really peak a lot in 2017. I just didn't realize it at the time, and I was also really depressed during that period. I wasn't able to capitalize on that. And that's why I work so hard now, hoping that I get that opportunity again, but with content that I'm currently more passionate about, so I don't have to make content that I don't care about as much. Looking at the second of the top 5, you can also see every single video is related to young balding. However, within the second top 5, they're actually all from 2021, which is really encouraging. We have views ranging from almost 200 to around 300. So no, they don't blow up as much as some of my older videos, but it is reassuring to know that content that I've made this year is in my top 10 videos. It means that I am still able to reach an audience, maybe not the same scale as some of the videos that have blown up in the past because they have gained momentum over the years. But my hope is, as I continue to grow the channel, content that's not young balding related will grow more. Things that I make that I'm more passionate about have a higher chance of eventually blowing up if I keep making it, because I'll gain more of an audience that expects that over the young balding niche that I've filled in the past. And again, it's not like I'm never going to make that kind of content again. I'll just make it less frequently, because unless I have a really good thing that I can provide to you as far as young balding related stuff goes, I'm not going to make it. I don't want to make filler content. I want to make content that I'm proud of and that actually serves a purpose. So I'm not going to make a really crappy video about young balding just to capitalize on the views, whenever I could make a video like, I don't know, talking about mental health and hoping that that helps people while I'm also being more passionate about it. The next thing of note is actually a recent discovery. If you look at all these videos listed here, you're going to notice the like to dislike ratio on the far right hand side. You're going to notice that every single video of mine has at least one dislike. This isn't a problem that I had in the past. It was actually pretty uncommon for me to ever get dislikes in videos. But there has been a recent case, which I've mentioned briefly on the channel a few times, where I may have offended some people in my real life that causes this to happen. And it's unavoidable. And it's because of a video that I posted called I'm Adopted, which discussed basically me getting adopted by who was previously my stepfather, but now who is legally my, actual father. And that has one dislike on it as well. And that's actually where this all started. Ever since then, every single video, with the exception of maybe 3 or 4 that they probably missed, have had dislikes. It doesn't matter what kind of content that I post, whether or not that I mention certain people, I just get one on every single video. And I'm 90% sure I know the group that does this, and there's just nothing I can really do about it. So I've kind of accepted it, and I'm trying to move on, but they like to make their presence known by leaving comments that I then have to block, and it's just a whole process for me. So it definitely can bring me down a little bit, but I don't let it give me too much, because I don't want them to be able to ruin a hobby that I really love and enjoy, and I don't want them to ruin the impact that I'm trying to make on other people's lives. And if they want to be sad and depressed and fucked up in the head, that's on them, and I can't really do anything about that. Also, imagine being so obsessed with somebody that you're willing to dislike every single video by them. That says a lot more about them than it does about me and how sad that they are as human beings. And finally, another highlight, this is the last highlight we'll be talking about for this video, is that I actually started 2 new series. Now, it's important to note, during the first 3 months of my time here in 2021, I started 2 series that are like mainstays on the channel. My 60-second Sunday series, the series where I show you something in 60 seconds, 3, 2, 1, go. And then also my responding to comments series. I've done both of them weekly. There was one Sunday where I missed, and I actually ended up making up for it on a Wednesday. And I, for most weeks, do responding to comments videos. Occasionally I double up depending on my creativity levels, but they're mainstays on the channel. I've now added 2 more series to the roster for hopefully the remainder of this year, and then we'll reassess, of course, at the end of this year what I'm going to be doing with this channel. But the first one is sort of skits, where I have videos of me basically talking to myself and trying to engage with more personal subjects, but in a way that's not just talking to the camera, because I think that it's a more interesting dynamic and allows me to really assess in my own head, which is ironic because that's how it kind of is portrayed, what I think and how I feel about certain things. The other series is a very new one. It's only 3 or 4 weeks old now. It's sort of philosophy. There's this list online, which I'll be showing in the video, where it has 205 philosophical questions. I'm just going to go down the list and talk about and answer each one, even the ones that maybe be uncomfortable. I think it'll be an interesting challenge. I'm not sure if I'll end up keeping it, but it's actually, out of all the series I'm currently doing, it's the one that I'm most excited about. I would really like to make this channel be more geared towards those kind of topics and subjects, rather than having kind of like the random hodgepodge of past stories and relating experiences. I think that talking about philosophy is really interesting for me. I'm not a philosopher, I'm not a philosophy major. It's not an area of expertise of mine, but something that's really interesting to me. And as long as I make it known that I'm not, a really credible source in these things, I'm hoping that I can still do good while not accidentally misleading people. But those are the 2 new series. So that means I now have 4 mainstay series a week, which means I only have to fill up 3 days with random kind of content. And I'm not trying to make like a TV channel where I have scheduled content every single day. But I think it's nice to have a good amount of structure during a challenge like this where I'm uploading every single day, because it means I don't have to dig really deep to find like really random subjects to talk about. I can now have like kind of like a box that I'm not putting myself in, but I'm allowing myself to step into to be able to think creatively, rather than just having the entire world of possibility. I now get to focus on very specific things, which I'm very excited about, and I can tell that people are really enjoying a lot of these series. I get comments on almost every single video, which, by the way, I still respond to every single comment. And I'm getting a good amount of engagement with these kind of topics and videos, so thank you so much for being here so far. 2021 has been a whirlwind, starting a new job, going into the 2nd year of my relationship, uploading daily, starting college again on my bachelor's degree. It's been really crazy for me. But having this channel and being able to make progress has made me feel like I've accomplished things, and that I'm not just learning, but I'm also creating and contributing. So thank you. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a like. If you want to see more, subscribe. I'll see you on this format in 3 months talking about my 9-month review. Do not forget to keep it casual.